I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in.
everybody, and welcome to the Taylor Industries pregame show. I'm your host, Cordell, here along with my buddy, Cody Polly. We are here to bring you another Overwatch match, and this one is from the GBCC Cup. Cody, it's been about 2 weeks since the last one. Can you kind of refresh our memory of how well the team's been doing since the last time we saw them in the GBCC Cup?
We've been doing very, very well. We haven't met with too much struggle. There's been a little bit of fights that have gone a little dirty here and there. We've actually been gone away for 2 weeks, so I'm a little worried coming into this how warm up we're going to be. We had a bye week, and then we had somebody forfeit, so we've had a lot of downtime, and I'm hoping we were able to use it well enough to be able to stay in the game.
Oh, that's very true, Cody. It has been a little bit since we have played. And with that being said, since it has been a little bit time since we played, we do have a bit of a jazz up, if you haven't been with us last time, to our Culver's lineup. So you got Deity and Jonah, still the same tank duo there, but you will see a little bit of difference here with our Trey and Bite Me. Also, potentially Rickless Morning maybe popping in as a starting lineup. But the biggest change up here is the Red Polka coming in with Dylan, DDD Gaming, into the support role here. So we've seen the Red Polka play in one competitive match so far, Cody. Do you think it's still going well for him?
I think he's been doing a lot better. After that first game, there were some things that our coach wanted to say with him, but I believe all those things have been cleared up, and I believe he's able to perform at a higher level now that he's had a little bit more coaching.
Well, that's good to hear, Cody. So I'm excited to see what the lineup does tonight. This will be second round with Red Polka, but this will be kind of our bigger test here as DeSales has been a bit more of a powerhouse, I've heard, around the circuit. So I'm excited to see that. So what does UCM need to bring to the table tonight against DeSales University?
It comes down to a lot of playing our game more than they're able to play theirs, and being able to force them into a way of playing that they don't particularly enjoy or are good at is generally something we've been able to do quite well. We've been able to force good dive teams to pick up brawl because we brawl better than they do, and I think that's going into this. I'm hoping we can keep that energy up and play our good brawl like we like to.
That does seem to be the case, and hopefully we don't run into King's Row again, because that could just turn into another draw on us. So, yeah, speaking of which, if you want to draw into something, we do have a headset giveaway going on right now on our Instagram page. As you can see, the rules above, all you got to do is like the post. Got to make sure that account is legal and whatnot. You got to tag a friend in the comments of said post on Instagram, and then share the post on your stories. I mean, I think it's a fairly decent concept to do, especially if you want to have a chance to win about a $128 headset, Cody. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think it's a pretty simplistic concept.
Easy concept. It's a great headset. I don't use HyperX. I used to, but they broke because I was a little irresponsible, and I regret it. I really like that headset.
Oh, so many regrets about losing the headset. But then again, folks, go to our Instagram page, find the post, and do all the rules, and you will be entered into winning this headset for yourself. Giveaway will end tomorrow, Saturday, March 13th at noon. That is when it will end. Noon tomorrow on Saturday, March 13th. So get in there, get it fast. So, anyways, before we hop into the action, we're going to take a short little break for you, everybody, and we will hopefully see you on the other side of this broadcast.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious. Thank you for joining us today. Before today's match, we'll be going over the rules of Overwatch. Overwatch is a 6v6 team-based game, where each map has specific objectives to complete. At the beginning of the match, and at any time during the game, the players can move into a spawn room that allows them to choose what character they want to play. They can also do this while waiting to respawn. There are 3 types of heroes that can be played. Tanks specialize in protecting allies, disrupting enemies, and occupying the front line. They have high survivability and abilities that protect themselves and others with shields and crowd control. Damage heroes are responsible for seeking out, engaging, and defeating the enemy using their varied tools, abilities, and playstyles. Lastly, support are heroes that heal, buff, and provide utility. Support heroes boost the overall performance of their team by increasing their survivability, speed, and damage output. They're generally the worst duelists and are best when surrounded by teammates. Throughout the match, players have a select set of abilities that can be used. All heroes have at least 2, although some have more. Each character also has an ultimate ability that must be charged by dealing damage or healing. Each match takes place on one of 4 types of maps: Assault, Payload, Control, or Hybrid. Payload maps have an objective that players must push to the end of a set track, with the other team defending. Whichever team can push their payload further wins. Assault maps have 2 objectives that one team must try to capture while the other team defends. Hybrid maps are a combination of the last 2 mentions, with one team capturing a point and then pushing it along a track. In control maps, players must fight over one point located in the middle of the map and hold it to fill their percentage. Finally, whichever team has won the most rounds by the end of the match will win the game.
Excited for the interview today?
I am.
Okay, let's get right to it. You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
I'm colorblind, so colors are really hard for me. But let's see here. I like blues, like a shade of blue, probably.
First game ever played?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on PlayStation 2. First game I ever beat too.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Any like 80s classic rock, anything like that. Probably like Thunderstruck.
What would the title of your book be?
Probably something along the lines of being distracted a lot, but somehow getting through life.
What would your last meal consist of?
Oh man, that's hard. I really like food. Some kind of like pasta meal, some like gnocchi, like little soft balls of like pasta dough. Oh, so good.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So we are on Oasis here, Cody. So this is a map we haven't really seen UCM play on a lot.
No, we haven't, and I'm interested in how this is going to go. Coming into the first map here, I can see that we're playing a rush comp, not a brawl. Very similar in concept, but not quite the same. And they are running what appears to be a dive, and I think both comps work here. They both use the high ground that you can see here, but I think dive uses high ground a bit more. And so we're going to have to see how things go.
Oh, for sure here. So we do see everybody going up onto the high ground here. Deity trying to contest here against Dorado. UCM. Jonah getting in there super aggro. Almost gets the DMAC onto the mixer there. And then Blitzen taken out by Jonah. UCM hopping back onto the point, trying to see if they can deter it even more. It does look like Da is going to be kind of just holding onto the point as best as possible. UCM back onto the point, trying to contest as best they can. DD Gaming going around the point here. UCM is getting a lot of map control here. Will be able to flick it and control it. Hack onto Die by Rickless Morty. Big nade, though, coming out from the side of Guy. UCM, though, is able to sweep up DeSales there, and UCM will get the first cap here, Cody.
I think that came down a lot to positioning there. That Zen on their team, as well as their Monkey, got a little bit out of position, and they got punished for it, which is one thing Rush is really good at with the speed.
Oh, so very much so. So UCM here, again, holding into the archway here. DeSales trying to see if they can find a weakness in this basically the defensive UCM here. Blitzen going off onto the side here on a hard little flank here. Not much going on there. Cloud trying to do some stuff. Jonah doing a little bit of a charge off, trying to see if he can tempt anybody to come on in. The Red Polka ready with his coalescence, waiting to see if he can have an opportunity here. Deity is hacked out of his bomb. Does have it ready, though, for once he's out of the hacking phase. We do see Coalescence coming out from the Red Polka to do a little bit of damage just to rush in. Bomb coming out from Deity. Hammer out from Jonah. The Red Polka, everybody just going down. UCM doing a nice, clean little team wipe. Blitzen going into the underneath of Oasis to end that round there, Cody. This rush comp seems to be kind of close to their brawl.
It is very close. The only real difference compared to a brawl is the Moira here. Moira is typically in a brawl would be a Baptiste or an Ana, just for the amount of sustain. But here it's a Moira because of the amount of engagement you can get with Cole.
Oh, so very true. So that makes a lot more sense. DD Gaming with his beat up along with Rickless Morty's EMP. Rickless Morty might have an opportunity here to get a nice juicy EMP in the back line. And he does. He gets 3, though. And then Cloud does get a hack off and gets a 4-man EMP. Rickless Morty taken down on the side of DeSales. Looks like UCM, though, will be the victors out of this one. Just only losing Rickless Morty in that fight. Trey with his Death Blossom. Dylan still with his beat. And so UCM does have a bit of a strength there. Da is DMAC'd. We'll have to go back into spawn and either change heroes or just try and wait till he can get his mech back. Does get his mech back. Blitzen switching off into the Reinhardt position here. UCM setting back up underneath the arches here. And so UCM is very close to getting map 1 here on Oasis. And it looks like they will get it. UCM does get map 1 on Oasis. Cody, it does seem like UCM's coming out pretty strong with this brawl comp.
That was a very, very definitive take and hold on Oasis. I really liked that. That was really good. They were able to play to their strengths, like I was saying earlier. They were able to play their game. You saw at the end they had to switch to Reinhardt because we weren't letting them play their dive. We weren't letting them play how they wanted to. We were forcing them to work and play around what we wanted to do.
Oh, very much so. So what does DeSales need to do here to kind of shut down UCM's Brawly comp?
They'd have to brawl better. They'd have to find a way to out-sustain, probably, would be the best way to do it. But I think it's really hard to hold up a sustain against a good rush like we have running at them.
This is very true. It does look like, though, DeSales will be going with more of a brawl comp here as they whip out that Zarya life. So UCM might be in a little bit of trouble there on the side of Deity, since the Zarya beam will go through all DMs and basically destroy the mech that Deity has so gracefully been gifted by the Korean government. So UCM will be popping in here, trying to get to the high ground, does hold on to it, but does drop down to begin the engage against DeSales. They have Blitzen off onto the side here. Blitzen just getting wrecked by Jonah there. UCM, again, getting into the aggressive side here. Deity coming onto the flank between a rock and a hard place here is DeSales. UCM gets a wall off. Jonah getting a triple kill. UCM continues to march on and take out DeSales there. Cody, that was just a good engage on the side of UCM.
That was really good. They were able to bait the enemy Reinhardt down right under them and then just drop on him and take care of him. Able to clean him up, and then once that main tank is gone, it's usually time to get out for your team, but they tried to stay and make something happen and suffered the consequences.
Oh, very much so. It looks like DeSales here is going to be looking to go down one of the main entry points here. Blitzen going on the left side here, trying to see if he can pick off anybody. We do see Trey trying to contest everything that he can. Whoa, Blitzen is walled off, though. It looks like he's not going to be getting out of there alive. He doesn't. Jonah taking care of his counterpart there. UCM is a man advantage up here, so UCM doing well with the wall block there on the side of Rickless Morty. We do see Deity getting trapped, though, by the enemy Junkrat. But then again, Dodd taken out by Deity's boop. You know, just doom and gloom there. Jonah sitting there probably in a trap there, but UCM going to have issues. Cloud does take out Jonah, and so UCM is down the man here. We do see Chin ready with his dragons. UCM's going to be in a bit of a tight spot. Rickless Morty, though, with his blizzard, so this could change anyway. Oh, does look like Trey does get knocked out by Blitzen's Fire Strike. UCM is in a bit of a Coalesce is coming out on the side of the Red Polka. Red Polka doing his best to keep everybody up and on the health fire. And so Deity goes out there. Blitzen is got his shatter almost up, but we do see Jonah getting slept, though. UCM in a bit of an issue, but Dylan solely taking back the point with all of his boops and just Reddit Lucio-ness. Does go through with Jonah and just ends lives here. That was insane there. That was basically DD Gaming saving the whole fight there, Cody.
Yeah, that is one of the greatest strengths of Lucio. Lucio, while he might be a support character, he's one of the best duelists in the game because of his small and easily manipulated hitbox, as well as his very strange movement abilities. It allows him to control the way a fight moves just by controlling the way he moves.
Very much so. So Rickless Morty does put up a wall here, does get Blitzen off onto the side here, trying to freeze up everybody. Hammer coming out on the side of Blitzen, does get most of UCM down, but Beat coming out on the side. Oh, Coalesce is knocked out a dig from UCM. Death Blossom coming out on the side of UCM there. Jonah again on a rampage here on Oasis. Overtime is going, ladies and gentlemen, but UCM looks like they're going to be able to take this map, and that is what is going to happen here. UCM takes Oasis, Cody. That was pretty pog.
That was incredibly pog. A lot of that was, you know, spread across all the different ways you control the game. There was positioning that I feel like we did better than them with our positioning and the way we moved around in a fight. A lot of our one-on-ones that we were able to win. You saw actually Dylan won 3 1v1s back to back to back and actually saved the point there for a bit. And then right there you saw our walls and able to rush on somebody with that engage and force an engagement like that. We were able to play our game, like I was saying it before, and not let them play theirs.
Oh, exactly, Cody. And so UCM will be in the lead here, 1-0, and we'll get right back into the action after this short break.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate it. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Are you ready for the interview today?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get right to it. What's the first thing you would buy with $1 million?
Well, I would probably try to keep some of the money for later, but I would probably buy a house.
What would be your superpower?
I would have the power to be invisible.
What would the title of your book be?
The Story of Marcus.
What would your last meal consist of?
I'd probably just have pizza as my last meal.
If you could cyber enhance one body part, what would it be?
My arm.
First game ever played?
Trying to remember now. It was a long time ago, but I think one of the first games I played was Mario.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
It depends, but I really like Weird Al, so I would have to say Elmer's Paradise by Weird Al Yankovic.
You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be?
I would say probably Crazy Plum.
You don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to transform. The opportunity to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, your goals are achievable because we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential with the backing of 150 years of academic excellence, with undergraduate and graduate degrees available in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into
everybody. So we are finally getting to the point of where we're going to the next map. Took DeSales a little bit to figure out which map they want to take us to. So I don't know if that means they're doing super hardcore planning, Cody, or if that we just scared them that much on Oasis.
Well, either one it was. I don't think they made the best decision choosing Hollywood, because now we've actually switched off of Sean, and now Marcus Bite Me is in. And this is one of his favorite maps because it's one of the very few maps where Torbjorn, the Swedish dwarf, is a viable pick.
This is so true, and we saw how well Torbjorn worked out with Bite Me last week, but what all was going on. And so it does look like, though, we are swapping sides on the Delios here, so I don't know. Looks like UCM, though, and DeSales will be about ready to hop into Hollywood. So, yeah, Hollywood will be such a good map for UCM, especially with the Torb pick probably coming out from Bite Me. But will he start out with Torb, or will he go with more of like a Genji or something, Cody?
That is a good question. I think first point, he'll stick with Torb. I don't think he'd take that chance, because Torb has too many good spots for a weird turret and for him to set up and just spam at that very, very small choke point that is on Hollywood, and he can just sit there and find easy value for little to no cost.
Oh, that's very true, Cody. It's going to be a rather interesting thing there to see what Bite Me goes, and I'm so hyped for that. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and just hop into the map here. And so UCM did swap sides on me, so sorry about that. I had to look off onto my OBS screen there to get everybody set up to the right colors so that your graphics would not be wrong. As much of an NA production as this is, I don't want it to be NA production quality, if that makes sense to everybody out there in the esports world. So UCM will be on, it looks like, the attack here. So what will we be seeing out of UCM on the attack run here? Looks like a Genji and Trey on the Echo.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a bit more of a divey kind of comp, a bit more aggression coming out, a bit trying to find very fast picks, very fast value, trying to just run people over and just snowball out the fight.
Yes, and then we do see an old classic here coming out on the side of DeSales with a double barrier of Orisa and Sigma? Man, it has been a while since I've seen something like that, Cody.
There's recently been a small nerf to Sigma that has fixed a bit of the shield problem that he had before, making him a bit more viable. And so seeing him here isn't absurd, considering how well he can spam that choke point out.
Oh, very true here. We do see Jonah on his favorite, the ball, so we're going to see him probably booping some people off. Oh, but he does get stunned, but he is able to get it back from around the wall. UCM, though, waiting to see if Jonah can get reset up and do a little bit of boopage. He does, and he gets it basically all of his tails off the high ground there, so UCM has an opportunity to dive in there. We'll see how well that goes, DD Gaming. Seeing what all you can do. Guy does take out Bite Me, though, so UCM not able to have that advantage that they had before. Cloud taking out Trey. So UCM will have to push out as their DPS lineup is down. Never mind, they're going to try and push in a little bit here on the side of DD Gaming. So UCM up, still in a bit of a trouble there. So UCM there got deterred from it, even though Jonah got everybody off the high ground there, Cody.
This is just a very tough choke to break. There is like two directions you can come at this from, and both of them are easily seen from the high ground right there where the DeSales is holding.
Oh, so very true. So I guess it's going to be up to the DPS and Jonah to be able to get everybody deterred off the high ground there, because I don't know if we want both Jonah and Deity up there. Jonah going into the back line there, trying to disrupt as much as he can. UCM, the Dynamite coming out again from the Ash on the side of the DeSales, though, but Jonah does get rid of Chin. Bob coming out, the real hero that we wanted. And so UCM will have to wait off as Bob is going to sit on the point there and just keep everybody kind of down. But we do see Jonah and Trey and Deity taking out a lot of people there. UCM in a bit of a green here, Cody, and that just selecting targets, it looked like, and we're able to pop off. And Trey doing a little bit better on the Echo this round.
Yeah, that first fight went very well. I think Trey called that he landed, as you say that, yeah, he was able to land a majority of his sticky bombs on the McCree, and then Jonah was able to capitalize, and then Marcus was able to capitalize, and they were able to just snowball in and make something work.
Very much so. We do see Jonah, though, taking out there as he's trying to dive into the background to take care of business. But, yeah, he deterred everybody from coming and contesting the point, so UCM will be in a good position here as they wait for Jonah to get back. Speedy character that ball is, so UCM getting more variety in the comps in this run. So, looks like Deity here coming off into the high ground to test DeSales there, also with Bite Me going up there, seeing if he can do any kind of damage. A bit of a missed time there. Deity going after the Zenyatta of DeSales, does take out Dig. UCM and good there. Jonah with a nano. We're going to see how much damage he can do with his little shotguns. Does get slept. He's getting CC'd beyond belief. High Noon coming out on the side of Chin. Chin does get taken out, though, by Deity. So UCM is able to stop another ult guy taken up by Deity. Deity popping off right now, doing a lot of damage, but Jonas doing his own work. Looks like the tanks are onto a DPS roll tonight, Cody.
Well, that's how dive works. Everybody is a DPS essentially. I mean, obviously Dylan on the Lucio is going to be winning 1v1s that he has no right winning, and even Jonathan, he's able to find little spurts where when he's not healing, he's able to just shoot at somebody.
Oh, this is very true. So UCM in a good position here right now. They do have 4 ultimates up and running, and so we will hopefully see something good. Trey taking out the Cloud. Cold Cloud there, and UCM getting as much work as possible down. Mines down. Deity taking out 2 with his Diva Bomb. UCM not having to use too many ults there, but Bite Me is slept in the background here. So UCM, it's going to probably lose. Nope, never mind. Jonah comes through and does take out the guy. Ana there. So UCM, again, with another good team fight win, Cody, and will get the point.
Yeah, they've been able to snowball all these fights so far, and you saw they used 2 ults, but they didn't over-invest.
No, they did not. UCM going in farther now. We do see Trey looking, see if he can maybe get a juicy dupe here. Gets a shield in front of his way, so he can't dupe anybody that's behind the shield there. Gets the Doom Fist, so he's waiting to see, but then he gets immediately out of it. So UCM in a little bit of an issue there with Trey's random dupe. So UCM, again, waiting to see if they can do anything. Bite Me, low critical health here. Red Polka getting them all healed up. We do have the Nano ready, so maybe we see a Nano Blade here in a hope second here. UCM waiting to deter what all they can. Does look like the tank backline here will be getting kind of thinned out on the side of UCM. Deity doing his best in Baby Diva form. Nobody really stopping him, but there we go. UCM slowly going down. We do see ults coming out on the side of Blitzen, getting a bit of amplification out there. And so UCM, again, going into the background. Jonah taking a lot of damage. Nano Blade coming out on the side of Bite Me. Going to see how much work he can do. Does take out Cloud, does take out Sheena. And so UCM, again, in kind of a big team fight win here, potentially. Mines coming out again on the side of Jonah. Jonah just with some great mine placement. Dad taking out Bite Me. Beat coming out on the side of DD Gaming. UCM, again, pushing this forward hardcore. UCM getting this almost all the way to the point so far. No contest so far. UCM, again, just stopping everybody walking through. DD watching it with the Baby Diva, and UCM will push it all the way 3 points with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. That's not a terrible time there, Cody.
That wasn't terrible, and you were questioning Trey's dupe earlier, but I believe that was more of a panic button, oh no, because dupe not only duplicates your character, but also when you come out of the duplication, you are back at full health. So it's really just a, oh no, I need a full heal real quick, boom, and now I'm back up, and nothing to worry about.
So what you're telling me is basically what he did was he Zenyatta trans-ulted on himself so that he could save his own butt.
Yeah,
No,
because
fair.
what was
fair.
probably in his mind is thinking, well, if I go down here, then we might have to full reset. And you saw they never had to full reset in that last fight. They were able to keep the snowball rolling and keep the cart moving, which I think is why they were able to get such a fast time. And I think it's going to be such a hard time to beat for DeSales coming on their attack now.
We do see that Torb that you were talking about earlier, Cody, so Bite Me coming out on his signature Torb that we saw Tuesday whenever they played against Northwestern University, and so I'm expecting big things from this Torb. Question is DeSales ready to play against the Torb?
They're not ready for Marcus's Torb. Marcus plays like no Torb I've seen before outside of stranded here and there Twitter clips or Reddit clips. So it's a little weird. He never hits his shots unless it's a fadeaway, in which case he usually gets 1 or 2 kills. So we'll see.
So we'll see some fadeaway shots here coming out on the side of Bite Me, hopefully. So UCM getting ready on this defense round. We do see a turn out, but it is taken up by the side of Cold. So UCM doesn't have damage coming out for Bite Me to charge up his ult. We do see the wall coming up over there for the Sim teleport. So we do see them coming up from the high ground there. So UCM, though, Blitzen is on low health and is able to get away. UCM isn't able to kind of cancel that out. UCM, again, pushing through Trey, trying to pump in as many arrows as he can. Does look like, though, that we're going to be causing a little bit of a ruckus down here. Bite Me pumping in a lot of lead here. No fadeaways so far going into the multicore-esque mini form. UCM getting as much aim as I can. Cheat Cloud goes down. Cold Cloud down. Guys down as well. UCM, we do see... Blitzen trying to get out of there, but that tiny tree can stop German engineering, Cody.
Oh yeah. That's one of the hardest things about a retreating Reinhardt is making sure you're pressing shift in the right direction, because otherwise you're kind of screwed.
Very much so. Jonah here, though, with his Earth Shatter up and ready. We will have Molten Core on the side of Bite Me here soon. Dragons as well. And Deity might be able to get his Graviton Surge up, but we do. Cold switching off of the May to the Junkrat, so we're looking for burst damage here. So UCM's going to have a little bit. Hammer, Fat Hammer coming out on the side of Jonah there. Does look like nothing's going to happen there. Jonah does fall. UCM in a little bit of an Issuematic there. The Dig going down. Doc going down. Blitzen taking out Bite Me. Bite Me is down. DD Gaming doing his best to kind of stay alive and get out of there. A little bit on that low health life. Blitzen on the point, trying to do what all he can. Torp Torrent still doing some work and damage. Trey does get cold out with his ultimate. UCM getting a little klutzy here and able to kind of secure the point here, Cody.
I think that came down to the level of preparedness for such a scrappy fight. I feel like UCM is almost always ready for a strange, scrappy fight, and I don't think DeSales was quite ready for their plan to break down so quickly.
That was so true. You just exchanges on both sides, but then UCM was able to get the characters that they needed to get back in there. Jonah swapping off onto the ball here to be on point faster, and also it's his more signature pick as well. He's more comfortable with this and able to get more stuff done. UCM is able to destroy the turrets, but we do see the Sim mob coming out here. Bite Me putting out his damage splooge. UCM doing some work. Blitzen is taken out by the side of Jonah. Guy taking out DD Gaming, so DD Gaming will not be able to do any of his Radio Lucio plays. Jonah helping into the back line of DeSales. He's going to have to get away from that Zarya. Hitting some walls here and there, but we do see UCM, again, trying their best to kind of defend the point here, but Cloud and Dig taking care of a few members of UCM Deity. Getting melted down. Chin doing some work. The Red Polka trying to get back on point, but nothing's going to really happen here. DeSales looks like they're going to be able to secure this point, and UCM will just have to fall back and just regroup here. DD Gaming waiting to see if he can continue to contest just to burn off some clock time. Not really going to work out here, so UCM will lose the point here, but they were able to stall it for quite some time, Cody.
They were able to hold for quite a long time, and I think that that time difference is going to show later in the match. And I think this ball pick is going to show up to be a little weird, but I think it can work out in the long run.
Oh, very much so. Again, this is Jonah's more comfort pick, but the Junkrat, though, is keeping an eye out for Jonah and his shenanigans, so you know that a Junkrat trap's probably going to be coming out on his side, waiting, just wanting to have that tire ready. And then we do see Graviton Surge B coming out on the side of both teams, and UCM, it will come out a little bit of the victor there, but nope, never mind. Exchanges happening on both sides. UCM trying to see what all they can do. We do see Cold here getting out of the way. Jonah and Bite Me. Everybody kind of doing some work here. UCM in a bit of a pickle there. We do see Cold going down, and so UCM does secure the point here, Cody. That was just another scrappy fight on the side of UCM.
And I think that was just us excelling at playing our characters better than they were playing their characters. And it's definitely weird, but when you're trying to play a comp into something as weird as this, you can't always have your plans go the way you want them to.
This is very true. Trey is ready with his dragons. We will see how well that goes. Nothing coming out on the side of that from Chin, so UCM will be still holding on to this high ground here. Dragons coming on the side of Trey to see what all he can do. Dodge sending out his Graviton Surge. Not what's happening. We do see Blitzen doing a bit of not happening there. DD Gaming and the Red Polka doing work. UCM, again, just keeping everybody kind of in check. DD Gaming just moving around the map here, keeping everybody off point, contesting what they can. UCM is just, once more, just kind of just doing their thing. I don't know what else to say, Cody.
I think this comes down a little bit to mobility. I think our composition, the only really, truly slow characters on this team are Zarya and Ana. So for the most part, we're just able to outposition them and make them come to us, because that's what a Reinhardt, that's what a Brawl has to do. But if they take so much damage and have to find so many problems along the way, it doesn't work for them.
Oh, this is very true. As UCM going in deep here. Looks like DeSales in a little bit of an issue. Bite Me going into the bit of the Rhine dupe state here. Does get a lot done. Hammer coming out. Does get two on the ground. UCM will be able to, again, shut down DeSales. And looks like the duplicate Reinhardt will be going down. One last fire strike coming out on the side of Bite Me. And so UCM once more will just hold off here underneath these arches. 60 seconds left. What all does DeSales need to do here, Cody?
I think right now a dive would be good. Diving onto a Zarya, diving onto their Ana would finish a fight pretty quickly, because that's their main source of heals and survivability. But they're going to stick on the Brawl. They're going to try and make it work. Oh,
very much so. And it does not look like it's going to work out well, because they keep going into this small little hallway here, so we do get a lot of bombardment on the side of UCM. Jonah's able to roll through and do so much damage. Bite Me doing lots of stuff going on here. UCM also having just a little bit of troubles here and there. DD Gaming going in and just helping out with everything that he can. Jonah, again, just kind of popping off tonight. And so UCM will be able to kind of contest what all they can. Jonah going in with a big slam here to try and keep their time down. Graviton Surge coming out on the side of somebody. I think, nope, never mind. Coalescence on the side of Guy, trying to keep people alive on his team, but I don't think that's going to work out so much for him. DD does take out Guy. Jonah just trying to kind of keep the Zarya off kilter. Does end up taking out Da. And then so UCM will have a little bit of an opportunity. We do see DeSales able to push the point a little bit farther. So Jonah in the back line here. Going down, does take out Cold. And then we see Blitzen charging through the Dragons with no cares in the world. Tries his best to try and contest and whatnot. We do see Chin switching off into the Echo. We do see Dig trying to contest everything here. Jonah with the nano boost and whatnot on him. UCM, again, just burning through, taking care of things from DeSales. And it does look like UCM will be able to hold on to the point, and UCM will win Hollywood there, Cody. That was just, we were scrappy for the most part that entire time.
Yeah, that was a panic pick on the ball that worked out for the rest of the map because Ball's a very good character. He's one of the highest ranked tanks in the game right now, and I think having Jonah, who's just incredibly comfortable and incredibly good at Ball, on our team with these plays he's been making, he's been working out incredibly well for us.
Oh, this is very true, Cody. So UCM will go up 2-0 in the series right now, and so that's putting us in a good match point situation for us. And so, yeah, so once again, it is in DeSales' court to pick what map we'll be going to next. So that could be in the next few seconds. That could be in the next few minutes. So do stick around for the match point of this series, and we'll see you on the other side of this break.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious.
Might as well go.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Car jam?
Yeah.
I don't know, anything EDM.
What was the first game you ever played?
That would be some Atari game. I'll go with Pitfall.
Who would narrate your life?
I'd have Cuss to do it from the Overwatch League.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
Turn into a dragon.
Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Third arm would be way more useful.
What's the first thing you would buy with $1 million?
An epic gaming setup.
Where's your dream destination?
New Zealand.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
No comment.
Fair enough. Describe your perfect day.
Playing video games, learning more about it.
If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would you be?
Caesar.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself, celebrate it. Discover UCM, discover opportunity in action.
Welcome to the interview today. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, actually.
What's the first thing you would buy with $1 million?
A car. Nice one.
What would your last meal consist of?
Fried okra. Probably main thing.
Where's your dream destination?
I always want to go to Alaska, see the northern lights. That'd be cool.
What was cool as a kid, but not cool now?
Those silly, like the bands, the silly bands that are shapes, animals and stuff. Those aren't too cool anymore.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
Invisibility, I guess.
If If you could cyber enhance one body part, what would it be?
Gotta be the gaming hand. Perfect game.
Who would narrate your life?
Me.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
I don't really listen to music, I just podcasts are my main thing, I guess.
College, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to transform. The opportunity to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, your goals are achievable because we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential with the backing of 150 years of academic excellence, with undergraduate and graduate degrees available in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Are you ready for the interview today?
Yes.
Let's get right to it. Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
I think I'd rather have a third eye.
What would your superpower be?
Probably telekinesis.
If you could cyber enhance one body part, what would it be?
Probably would be my arms.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
Cereal. Probably what you put in it, like crackers and stuff.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
I would probably do a food spell.
Do you have a secret hidden talent of sorts?
No, I just got diabetes.
What was cool as a kid, but not cool now?
Probably sleep.
Who would narrate your life?
Morgan Freeman.
Describe your perfect day.
Good day. Relaxation and video games.
I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, going fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in.
Ready to be interviewed today?
I guess.
Okay, well, let's get right down to it. What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Oh, just kind of whatever's on. I don't really pick.
If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would you be?
Probably ranch.
Who would narrate your life?
No one, hopefully. I don't know any narrators that are like, I guess the National Geographic guy, I like him.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
It depends on how hard the thing in the broth is.
You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be?
Pasty.
Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Arm.
First game ever played?
Probably the new Super Mario Bros. On DS. I think that was it.
Where's your dream destination?
I really like the mountains, so I guess kind of like Nebraska, Colorado kind of places, so.
Cody, wake up. Cody, we are back. We are finally on the third map here. We are on Dorado, and so UCM is in match point territory. They will be on the attack, though. So we do see a bit of a dive comp coming out of them from UCM here, Cody.
Oh, sorry, you kind of shook me awake there. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, get that drool off of your lip there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, coming into this, it looks like both teams are running a kind of a dive or a rush composition. I think our rush will probably outplay their dive just because we have a bit more sustain than they do and a bit more speed to make an engage.
Very much so. So UCM here will be coming up onto the dive here. By me going onto the roof here, seeing Blitzen and Da, and says, "Nah, I don't want to play that, fam." Deity and Jonas says, "We'll come and help out here, though, bro." And so Da and Blitzen going low on health here. Blitzen falling back to see if he can get any health there. Bite me low on health. UCM, though, into a bit of a able to push the payload pretty far up. So UCM able to gain some ground on this going here. Da is demeched by Deity, though. UCM pushing up as far as they can. Deity was up and woken back up. UCM coming in the background. Deity Gaming and Bite Me taking out the support line for DeSales. UCM in a little bit of a good aggressive map here. And Bite Me trying to see if he can help take out the Tracer. Rickless Morty, though, is taking the headshot there. We do see Rickless Morty in on the side of Trey. So Trey and Bite Me are your DPS lineup for this map. Sorry, folks. Slept. Couldn't really see what all changed in the lineups for everybody. UCM here. Bite Me. Oh, UCM. Oh, Rickless Morty getting a headshot onto Dig. That was beautiful. Does fall back to get a little bit of heals up there. UCM doing a great push here, Cody.
Very good push, very good push. Like I was saying, the speed of engage really made a difference there because they weren't able to get to a point where they could make something work, and we were just able to get right up in their face and say, yeah, we're going to just kind of, outgame right now.
Basically, and we do see this, the red polka keeping everybody healed up in the background here. We do see DeSales just holding on to the back line here. Does look like Jonah and Deity just continuing to kind of push the payload up here. Jonah hopping into the back, does get cold down though. Takes a lot of damage from the Death Junkrat. Jonah looking to see if he can get any health, but is taken out though on the side of Chin. Chin going into the Widow matchup against Rickless Morty here. Looks like he's going to be trying to see if he can flank around and find our boy Rickless Morty. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Rickless Morty keeping an eye out though. Nope. Nothing much happening there. We do see, Rickless Morty does get sights on there, but does not get a kill off. Chin taking out Bite Me though. UCM going to have to be pulling back and regrouping on this phase here. So what happened for UCM to lose that team fight there, Cody?
I think that was a good engage. I just don't think Jonah was ready for that Junkrat to die so quickly and take such a large amount of burst damage.
Oh, very much so.
Fall.
Rickless Morty with that nice, sick little headshot there. Bite Me ready with his blade. Trying to see if he can take out his Zenyatta Master there. Does get the help from DD Gaming, guessing the final boop there. That's what Dylan does. He likes to be a janitor, so UCM in good position here. We do see a bomb coming out on the side of DeSales. DeSales taking out Deity and Rickless Morty, but Blade coming out on the side of Bite Me. Looks like he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, and so Bite Me does get a little bit of an even out fight here. So UCM in a good kind of fight area here. Jonah doing so much damage and keeping everybody up. You'd think, I can't believe I said that. Jonah doing lots of damage with the tickle cannon. That hurts me, Cody.
That hurts. Well, there's the monkey trick of holding the mouse and then going in with melee, but here we see a nano onto it. Didn't last long.
No, that nano did not last long, so UCM still in a little bit of a continuing push here. We do see Jonah, though, popping off on the monkey, trying to get cornered up with Chin. Chin falling back, trying to get out of the way, but no, says Jonah. I'm going to take you all the way home. And then Jonah trying to get rid of Guy here. Does get a lot of damage onto Guy. UCM, though, naded is Jonah. He's going to die here in this next push here. Blitzen hopping into the back, trying to see if he can contest the payload, but not really going to work out for him, though. UCM in some good here. Rickless Morty taking out Cold. We do see visors coming out on the side of Chin. Chin keeping an eye out for his opposition, but does take a lot of damage here and is on 11 HP. We'll see if it's going to work out for him, though. UCM getting another checkpoint here, Cody. UCM just continuing to snowball this after only one lost team fight.
This is just them staggering them out and forcing them to fight man down and then winning the fight because of it.
Basically, so UCM is in a good position here as they continue to push forward. We do see DeSales holding on to the high ground as best as they can with their tank lineup. Bite Me trying to get some damage off onto some UCM with Deity putting out the bomb. Does get a 2K, gets Cloud and Chin out of the way. UCM continuing to pump out damage. And so Jonah is left, but is continuing to kind of jump around as best as he can. It might go down before he can pop off anything. Blitz taking out the monkeys. And so he is left, though. So nothing much going to happen there. We just see a bomb coming out on the side of their Chin, taking out Rickless Morty with his Doomfist punch. We do see a lot of lineup changes coming out on the side of DeSales. Does look like, though, DeSales will be able to kind of continue to win this team fight area here. Deity falling back. The red polka getting punched around by the enemy Doomfist there. So we do see Chin continuing to get kind of damage out here. So UCM, though, loses the team fight. That Doomfist pick seems to take apart UCM there, Cody.
This third point has a lot of tight corners, a lot of small spaces. The Doomfist can easily find value. And I also think that the spawn advantage, just being right there when you spawn, really helped turn the tide and make things happen for them because they were able to get people bodies back on the front line faster.
Oh, very much so. Jonah does take out Cold there during the spell there, but Cold is back into the match here. UCM has a Nano Blade ready to go for it, and so we'll see if maybe Bite Me going in with his Nano Blade and seeing how much damage he can do. Working on Chin here. Oh, we do see Chin falling back, but he does take a little bit there. Bite Me not able to get a lot with his blade, but is able to do enough with his blade. And so Cold is taken down. Bite Me and Jonah doing work here. UCM continuing to kind of push the cart here. DeSales is going to start the trickling factor here very shortly. Jonah taking out Tire coming out on the side of Cold. Cold seeing if he can kind of just stop UCM's momentum here on the point. We do see him coming out there. Cold taking out Bite Me. So UCM in a little bit of a stall point there, but never mind. Chin taken out by the Red Polka. Deity coming in with all of his boops. Boops coming out from DD Gaming. We do see a DMAC on Da, and so UCM will cap the point with all three. With 2 minutes and 7 seconds left, that, DeSales showed some promise there in a couple of fights, Cody.
They did. They started fighting back. They're finding their teeth. They're finding their claws. They're making a counterplay. But I don't know if it's enough this late in the match. I think Their morale might be a little low, and that's why they're kind of playing a little wonky. So I'm hoping they're able to make a bit more of a comeback because I like to see some close games. And UCM's been holding out very well, doing a lot of work with our tank line here. And I'm interested in how they're going to hold, if they're going to do a dive hold or if they're going to do a standard brawly hold.
I'll be intrigued too. We do see Bite Me coming out on the Echo, so we know at least that's going to be in play. So we're going to see a lot of sky bombardment with the sticky bombs and whatnot. So we're just going to wait and see what Jonah and Deity will kind of go with the tank line up there to see if they're going to hold very well. We do see DeSales going with the dive pick here. So it does look like they were going with double bubble on the side of UCM there, Cody.
I think that works well for especially first point. There's a lot of high ground, a lot of easily engaged points from close that your Monkey can really find some good value, and your Zarya can easily find charge. There's also a lot of tight spaces where a Sombra can easily pull off a hack, Echo can easily spam, Zen can spam, and your Ana can have a decent amount of sightlines on almost everybody.
Very true. We do see Rickless Morty here scouting out, getting information out to the team as a good spy as he is. UCM continuing to just kind of contesting. He is going to keep on to Chin. Get some damage out onto Chin there. We do get the recall out and the translocator out from the Rickless Morty here. UCM continuing to do some damage. DD Gaming onto the Zenyatta, taking lots of damage here from the Dynamite kill here. Cold again on that Ash pick here, so we do see Jonah falling out with taking lots of damage. He's taken out by Chin. You see him in a little bit of a precarious situation here. Rickless Morty taken out by Cold, though, so UCM is down 2, so UCM will have to pull back and kind of put up a defense somewhere else. It looks like DeSales a little bit more comfortable with this kind of comp run here, Cody.
They definitely seem to be finding themselves a lot more comfortable on attack, especially here. They seem to come out a bit more quickly. They seem to be able to find their value a lot easier.
Oh, very much so. Jonah hopping into the heart of the enemy team here, trying to do as much damage as he can. Dynamite is out on the side of DeSales. Cole taking out DD Gaming with the Dynamite. Jonah taking out Blitzen, though. We do see Jonah on a burn scale here. Rickless Morty trying to get his EMP charge up. By me pumping out as much as he can. And so UCM is in a little bit of a pickle here. So UCM does not look like they're going to win this team fight here. But they are continuing to stall. Jonah popping off the Monkey ult to continue contesting. Does get slept in the background, though. And so UCM, though, Jonah popping off even after being slept and being CC'd, is able to continue doing some damage. Jonah pumping in as much electricity tickles as he can, but Blitzen does win with a monkey punch there, but I do believe Blitzen had a little bit of assistance. DD Gaming switching off onto the Brigitte here. UCM able to stabilize, Cody.
Yeah, I think that Brig pick really helps out a lot, because a Brigitte, well, most of the time can't find too much value. When they're diving you, a Brig shuts it down so quickly.
Ever so true. We do see Rickless Morty, though, with an EMP up and ready. Bob coming out. So you see that EMP coming out. Only gets the Bob and the... Nope, we got the two people he EMP there, which was the Zenyatta and the Blitzen there. And so UCM is in a good position here, so there will be no Transcendence for right now. We just see a dupe coming out on the side of Bite Me into a Diva form. So UCM will have a little bit of opportunity. Bite Me sending out of his first bomb out of his dupe. Does send it out, doesn't. Gets the guy there, and so UCM is in good situation. Good hack off on there from UCM. So we do see UCM again stabilizing in this fight, Cody.
Stabilizing very well, but it looks like that was a C9 as someone was able to sneak around while they were distracted on the foreground and actually cap first point.
I wonder who was that. Was that probably Chin? I think that was Chin on the side of DeSales. Yeah, because that's just the only character I could think of that would be small enough that we haven't seen in a little bit. So, yeah, UCM a little bit focused on the team fight, loses the objective. You know, that's a classic Overwatch player move. You know, happens in all my competitive and quick play games. Who needs an objective? UCM here into a bit of a deep team fight here. UCM continuing to try to contest the high ground here. We do see Jonah getting a bit of a nano boost. Deity and Jonah doing lots of work here. Jonah continuing to do his March of Terror with his Tickle Cannon. Transcendence forced out a dig. So UCM continuing their March of Terror. Jonah popping off his ult and going to just beat up all the tiny squishy supports here. Flicking his arms to and fro. That looked bad for Jonah, but then he pulled it out of the bag there, Cody.
Yeah, we've been playing this double very well. Jonah's able to find incredible amounts of value as a monkey with the amount of cleave he's able to do and just get right in the middle of them. And when he does that, our Zarya is able to find so much charge from that, able to get at least 40 every time. So they're able to just constantly be high charge, find high value, and deny everything that DeSales is trying to do.
Oh, so very much there. We do see UCM continuing to hold them here in the archways. So So we do have a pulse bomb ready on the side of Chin here. We'll see if that's going to be of any use to him. We do have a nano on the side of Guy. UCM in a little bit of trouble. DD does have Graviton Surge. We do have an EMP ready. Chin taking out DD Gaming with the pulse bomb here. So that's a bit of a dangerous thing here. Bob coming out on the side of Cold. UCM DD is taken down by Chin. Chin continuing to do lots of damage. Looks like he's going to be able to take out the Red Polka, though. Red Polka trying his best to retreat. Chin on 10 HP. Does recall. So no recall on the side. Tracer Cold taking out the Red Polka. So UCM is going to be contested all the way back here. Chin trying to get away from the monkey cleavage. And so UCM on a bit of the backpedal here, Cody.
Yeah, I think that was the Tracer turn upper back line is really putting a wrench in the way we're trying to play. So they really have to just come down and counter her somehow.
Very much so. We do see Rickless Morty doing some work here, but we do hear DD Gaming going in with the rally. Yummy, yummy rally. So UCM going to do their best. We do see a hack coming out on there. Jonah on low health there, but again, DD Gaming continuing to keep everybody up by just swinging that mace as much as he can. Oh, trying to get ready to send out his mech, but can't because he's continuously hacked. We do see Rickless Morty and Deity holding on to their ults, though, through 2 team fights there, Cody.
Yeah, I think that Deity wasn't able to find any value. The first team fight he got grabbed because he died rather quickly, and I think that last team fight they might have called for a no ult because they'd already invested so much into it.
Oh, so true, and that's the big difference between, solo queue and competitive play here, is that you can plan out your ults with everybody. So UCM in a good position here with having the grab and the MP, and now Giant Monkey ult, and Jonah taking out Cold here to continue to even out the team fight for UCM. We do hear a pulse bomb going out on the side of DeSales. UCM bomb coming out on the side of DeSales. Chin trying to take out the Echo, and so looks like it's going to be a little bit of a team fight. Graviton Surge coming out. EMP coming out on the side of Rickless Morty. Does get Guy. UCM continuing to try and contest all they can. Support line down for DeSales. UCM going to see what all they can do. Looks like Blitzen trying to do a little bit of a push off through the environmental death loop there. Gets onto the Red Polka. And so UCM continuing to keep the payload up and alive. Jonah taking care of business with Deity, and so UCM looks like it's looking pretty good as a map win for UCM, including a win of the series. Deity and Jonah continuing to clean up everywhere they go, and so does not look good for the side of DeSales here, Cody.
Not at all. They need to go fast picks here. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to touch with the amount of time that they have. So the Tracer, coming in just barely able to touch.
Yeah, we'll see how long Chin can hold on to it. We do see Blitzen switching off to the hamster here. UCM continuing to try and contest the point for as long as they can. Hack coming out. Chin no longer can move around. Will be taken down. UCM continuing their march of terror around the cart here of, just the big old truck. Yeah, the farmers enjoying the light show here. Rally coming out from DD Gaming. Yummy, yummy rally. UCM continuing to contest point. Overtime, engage, and tick down. And that'll be the series. UCM will take this series 3-0 against DeSales. I think this is our first 3-0 in any of our tournaments, Cody.
I believe it is, at least this season. All the other ones have at least had one draw, if I'm remembering things correctly.
Yes. Kings Row. We never hit that one, so we're safe. So UCM will continue to take this series. And so, yeah, that was just something real good to see from our UCM players. But ladies and gentlemen, the stream's not over yet. We do have a post-game show, but it will not take us 15 minutes to figure out who our player of the game is. So do stick around, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious.
everybody, and welcome to the Taylor Industries post-game show. I told you it wasn't going to take us 15 minutes to get this figured out. So, Cody, this was one heck of a map series for UCM against DeSales. I know I kind of hyped up DeSales in the beginning, but maybe the roster changed or something, or maybe I just misinterpreted who we were going up against. But still, there were some team fights that DeSales was able to kind of catch our goats, if you get my drift. And so UCM, though, able to come over those things. Can you kind of explain to us how UCM was able to kind of get that 3-0 victory tonight?
Like I was saying before, we were just able to outperform, outposition, and generally play our composition better than they were playing theirs, to the point that they had to play our game, and we wouldn't let them play the game at all. So...
You're not wrong. We did not let them play the game at all. But the player that did not let them play the game the most will be our Culver's player of the game, which will be Jonah. And so UCM's Jonah here, he did so good tonight, Cody, and I was just kind of surprised at how well he did. But then again, he was on his ball pick for one map, and so that kind of boosted his stats, if I do say so myself, to get into this player of the match role.
It definitely boosts his stats. He plays one of the meanest balls I think I've ever gone up against, and he's definitely one of the best dive tank players I think I've seen in a long time. It's because on that last map, it wasn't Ball that he was playing, but Monkey, Winston, and he was able to do incredibly well as Winston. He was able to jump into their back line, clean them up almost all by himself during some team fights when it was a really clutch moment where the rest of the team was down or lagging behind and not on point. And he was able to just jump at them, clean someone up, and snowball the fight back in our favor again.
Oh, definitely. Jonah was doing so much work on his main tank role there and doing so much just space creation control, and then also getting kills on the side of that, getting key kills, mind you, kills that helped out the team fights and swaying in the favor of UCM there, as Cody said. And so that's, that's why he's the player of the match. And so before we leave off, though, tonight, Cody, we do have to remind everybody about our giveaway on Instagram, because this is you're in the final countdown, basically, of getting this headset. We will end the giveaway tomorrow, March 13th at noon Central Standard Time. I got you, freaking East Coast people. And so that's when it will end. And so all you got to do, go to the Instagram page, find the post, like the post, and then tag a friend in the comments and share the post in your stories to be entered into the competition. And also just make sure that you're a following account of our UCM Instagram in order to be fully engaged into it. And again, Cody, these headsets, they're pretty nice.
They are pretty nice. You don't find a lot of headsets with the strap that goes over the top that's as good as those are, because it's just got really good cushion on it and it doesn't squeeze your head no matter how your head may be shaped. I think it's able to fit just about anybody.
Oh, so that's very true. And so also the one thing I kind of like about those HyperXs is that it has a USB adapter in there. And so you can plug it into your main PC wherever you're gaming, and then you can plug in the audio jack into it and it'll automatically detect it. And then if you have to travel or something, you can unplug it from that dock, and then you can continue going like with your laptop or with your phone and use them as headphones. So I think they're very versatile headsets, and so you don't want to miss out on going into that, which, speaking of, you don't want to miss anything else from us. And so, but we got to end the stream. So this has been a one heck of a night for us, and I've enjoyed every second of it. So on behalf of Cody Polly, I am Cordell Ballard, and it's been a pleasure streaming for you all. We will see you all next time.